Hello students, today I am going to explain you the titration of oxalic acid with the help of KMnO4 solution. This is a redox titration in which we have to find out the concentration of given KMnO4 solution with the help of standard solution of oxalic acid of M/40 concentration. What is meant by standard solution? The standard solution means the solution whose concentration is known to us. That is the concentration which is given in the question. Here it is given M/40. That is the concentration of oxalic acid is M/40, which is known to us. So that is why this solution is called standard solution. And the solution whose concentration we have to find out, that is called unknown solution. So in this titration, potassium permanganate is unknown solution and oxalic acid is standard solution. What are the main apparatus required for this purpose, for this titration? So they are burette, pipette, weighing tube, measuring flask, conical flask, beaker, etc. So I just show you these apparatus. This is burette. The volume of this burette is 50 ml. And its least count is 0.1 ml. Here it is a knob, so with the help of which we can drop the solution which is filled in it. The total volume of the solution is 50 ml. Here it is sign of 0 and here it is 50 ml. This is pipette. Volume of this pipette is 25 ml. Volume of this pipette is 25 ml. This is measuring flask. The volume of this measuring flask is 250 ml. Here it is sign of 250 ml. I am just trying to show you if it is visible. This is the sign, a circle is formed. This circle is the measurement of 250 ml. And this is conical flask. Why it is called conical flask? Due to its conical shape. Clear? And this is beaker. Why it is called beaker? Because it is having a beak. You know the beak, related to birds. So it is having similar, so that is why it is called beaker. What is the principle? I have already told you that it is a redox titration. In this titration, potassium permanganate oxidizes oxalic acid into colorless MnSO4 and itself reduced to colorless. Here MnSO4 is colorless, while before reaction the KMnO4 is dark purple or violet color. So this is the molecular reaction and this is ionic reaction. So actually colorless is Mn++ ion. So that is why the solution of color is changed from purple to colorless up to the completion of the reaction. That is when the reaction is going on. The color of KMnO4 continuously changes from purple to colorless. When the reaction is completed, so that time is called end point. End point means when the reaction is completed, that is when oxalic acid, which we have taken in the solution, is completely consumed in reaction with potassium permanganate. So after that, when one drop of KMnO4 is added to the solution, its color will change from colorless to tint pink. When the color of solution changes from colorless to tint pink, that will be our end point, which indicates the completion of the reaction. For every end point, we need an indicator. So in this reaction, potassium permanganate is one of the reactant as indicator. So that is called self-indicator. Clear? Now we have to prepare a standard solution of oxalic acid. So for that, first we have to know what amount of salt should be required to prepare 250 ml standard solution. So this is the formula. You know the formula of molarity. Molarity equal to weight upon molecular weight into volume in liter. So with the help of that formula, we can calculate weight of oxalic acid. So concentration is 1/40. Molecular weight of oxalic acid is 126. Here one thing you should know. The formula of oxalic acid is COOH whole twice. According to this formula, its molecular weight is only 90. But oxalic acid always exists in crystalline form. So that is why it is always used as COOH whole twice dot 2H2O. So in crystalline form, its molecular weight is now 126. So in all the titration when oxalic acid is used, so the molecular weight of oxalic acid should be 126 gram per mole. Why 250? Volume why taken with 250? So because we have to prepare the solution in this measuring flask, and volume of this measuring flask is 250 ml. So that is why we have to prepare 250 ml solution. So on that, if we calculate, so we require the weight of the oxalic acid will be approx 0.788 gram when rounding off up to 3 digits. Clear? Up to 0.788 gram. This is weighing tube. The first, I am just keeping the weighing tube on this electronic balance. Now it is showing its weight, and now I am doing it here. Now total weight is become 0. So now what amount of salt I will add to it? So that will be measured only by this electronic balance. Already 0.674, that is very little amount of salt more is required. Now 0.77, now some crystals only are required. It is across 0.788 gram. So now we are removing, I am removing this. Now I am going to prepare a standard solution. This is the salt which I have weighed from the electronic balance. Now I am transferring this salt in this measuring flask with the help of this funnel. And now I have to add near about 1 test tube 5N sulfuric acid. And some amount of distilled water. And do not completely fill the solution up to the sign, up to when it is dissolved. So we have to stir it horizontally, not vertically, otherwise some solution will be come out from the flask. It is almost dissolved. For some more time. Now I have to, it is, salt is completely dissolved, that is oxalic acid. Now I have to fill the solution up to this time, that is 250 ml. So first I will use funnel to fill the solution. But when the level of the water come to the required sign, then I will stop the continuous flow. Otherwise the volume will increase from the required level. Then you can check it, it is just below the line. I hope it is visible, I hope. So now with the help of pipette, I will level the solution, because with the help of this I can put drop by drop. I will try to show you. Now it is up to the mark. Now this is our standard solution, that is standard solution of oxalic acid of M by 40 concentration. Now we have to titrate this solution with potassium permanganate solution. In this burette, potassium permanganate solution is filled up to maximum sign, that is here it is 0 ml and here it is 50 ml. For titration we use conical flask. So first we have to suck 25 ml this standard solution in the conical flask. 25 ml why? Because the volume of this pipette is 25 ml. I think it will not be visible. If you are able to see the line which indicates 25 ml, the level of the solution is above this. Now I am slowly leaving the solution. So now it is 25 ml. I am transferring this solution in the conical flask. Now adding one test tube of one normal H2SO4. One normal, that is the H2SO4 solution whose normality is 1. Just putting a filter paper on burette stand that is below the conical flask, so that if the color is slightly changed, the color will easily be observed because below it is white surface. Okay, now I am starting its titration. First I just want to inform you that when 2-3 drops of the solution is added to it, its color will be pink. It is why? Because in cold the reaction does not take place. For this reaction the temperature required is 50 to 60 degrees Celsius. So that is why after that first you have to heat it up to 50 to 60 degrees Celsius. You can see only adding 1 to 2 drops, the color of the solution changes to pink because the reaction hasn't taken place. So that is why it is showing the color of potassium permanganate. The reaction is not yet started. So now we have to heat it up to 50 to 60 degrees Celsius. Heat gently with continuous string so that it may not absorb heat at a single point. Otherwise your conical flask may be broken. Now you can see it again become colorless. Its temperature can be checked. If your palm is this temperature is tolerable by your palm, then it is quite okay. If it is less, then you have to heat again. So now I am just starting the titration.
हाँ स्टार्ट।
And then just seems to change. Now the color is permanent. It is not nautical rising. It is somewhat darker. I think one drop should be less, but this is okay. And the volume of the solution is used. It is 13.7 ml. The volume is 13.7 ml of camphor, which is used in this addition. So I will try to show you this. I hope you are able to show it is 13.7 ml approx. Now we have to go for calculation. This is our table for titration. Here it is volume of standard solution. This is the reading of burette, and this is the volume of camphor used. Volume of standard solution is 25 ml. Because it is the volume of pipette, we have taken the solution from the pipette by measuring it 25 ml. So that is why it is always 25 ml. The reading of burette, actually I have shown you one reading, but we have to take at least 3 reading. Minimum 3 reading we have to take. So my first reading was 37.1 ml, and the second reading I started from same value, and second reading I got at 27.3 ml. So that is why in the second reading the volume of camphor used is 13.6 ml, and again in next addition, so we got this volume, and that is why the volume of camphor used is 13.6 ml. So these are the two same reading. So same reading are called concordant value. So we have to take concordant value, that is at least two values should be same. So you have to repeat the experiment up to what you may get two same reading. So that is why concordant reading is 13.6 ml, that is the volume of camphor used. So we will use it 13.6 ml. Now the calculation. So this is molarity equation. Here we are using for oxalic acid and this for camphor. So Z1 and Z2 RH. Z factor, that is change in oxidation number, acidity, basicity, etc. So for oxalic acid molarity, we have been given 1/40, that is standard solution. V1 25 ml, this value, and that one for oxalic acid is 2. Why it is 2? You know that it is dibasic acid, so its basicity is 2. So you can put 2 on the basis of basicity, as well as you can also put it on the basis of oxidation number. In this, the oxidation number of carbon is +3, and here it is +4. So now change in oxidation number per molecule. So change equal to per molecule, that is for one atom change equal to 1. So for change in oxidation number per molecule, for 2 atoms equal to 2. +3 to +4 for one atom, but here it is C2. And in case of potassium permanganate, here it is 7, and in case of Mn++ it is 2. The change in oxidation number equal to 5. So that is why for oxalic acid the Z factor is 2, and for NO4 the Z factor is 5. So putting the values, we can get our molarity 0.013 m, and after that we can calculate the strength. The formula of strength is molarity into molecular weight. Molarity, we find this 0.0183, and molecular weight of KMO4 is 158. So with the help of, we can get the strength of KMO4 solution is 2.844 gram per liter approx. So this is your complete titration of oxalic acid. That is, to find concentration of given unknown KMNO4 solution with the help of standard solution of oxalic acid of M/40 concentration.